Testing, testing, texting. Welcome back to segment 3 of I Don't Disagree, or IDD. Okay, that game went final out on the left coast there. The Dodgers pitched a shutout, solid win Sunday night over the Padres 4-0. They now have the best record in baseball. Back to the drawing board for San Diego. No one thought they were going to catch the Dodgers anyway, but they got to get that lineup right. They got to get things in order. But they've certainly got a lot of talent up and down that roster now to certainly make a difference or contend in October. But right now, the Dodgers look like the Dodgers, and they look like they're on a collision course with the Mets. And that would be a hell of a series. It really would be if it comes to fruition. We'll see. There's a lot of baseball between now and then to be played. The Braves, the Cardinals, certainly the Padres may have something to say about that. And the Phillies are quietly sneaking up on people. That'll be interesting. So it'll be fun to see how this thing plays out. Very exciting 6-7 weeks coming up of baseball. Quick plug here. Very good friend of mine, Rick Foster. Shout out to Rick if you're watching tonight. His son plays football, tackle football. They just won the spring Central Virginia Youth Football Championship. They were undefeated, and the defense only allowed 6 points all season. And I don't listen. I don't care what level we're talking about. When you give up 6 points all season, that is going to get a plug from me because that's hard to do in any sport at any level. 6 points in an entire season. Okay? So my man X, who, by the way, I'm going to try and blow this up so you can see it because I wasn't able to download it, but he made a football magazine cover, if you will. There he is. That is my man. I'm going to zoom into the camera. Maybe you can all get a look at X. That's my man right there. Defensive stalwart. Okay. Congratulations, X. I'm so happy and proud of what you're doing, pal. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. By the way, they have a fundraiser for that team going on. Just so you guys know, they have these shirts. You can buy these shirts, rather. I'm trying to tell you what the sizes are on them. I believe they've got up to 4XL. And any donations you can do a cash drop to $ Robinson Amy J. So Robinson Amy J, all lowercase letters with a little cash symbol in front. That's for X. I'm going to be purchasing at least one jersey, possibly two in a XXL. By the way, just so you know what these T-shirts are, these are the T-shirts, what they look like right there. I'll put them close into the camera and get a glimpse at them. And they come in pretty cool colors. You can go all up to 4X. So that's a plug for my man out there. I love you, Rick. Miss you. I will see you soon. Might even get you on here for a football preview. I know you'd like that. But X, keep it up a little, man. Not so little anymore. Keep taking names and doing your thing out there. Be the next Richard Seymour. Be the Virginia version of Richard Seymour. You can do that. So I just want to get a quick shout out to my buddy. I haven't seen him in a while. Miss him, and very proud of what his son is accomplishing right now. He's only been playing football for about a year right now. He's already kicking ass and taking names. So keep up the good work, X. Keep reaching for the stars, brother. You got this. You got this, okay? So we're going to close tonight. As a lot of you, I'm just going to take a guess here. I'm going to take a guess that at least probably half the people I know, actually I'd probably say more than half of the people I know, play or indulge in fantasy football. Well, it's that time of year, boys and girls, okay? Fantasy football is back. I'm not going to get into, I've been playing fantasy football since 91, I believe. Okay? That's 31 years of experience in fantasy football for those of you scoring at home. Okay? So I think I can say what I'm about to say with some pretty certainty. I've had a lot of success in fantasy football. In part because the football runs in my family. I went to a very prestigious football school. My dad's best friend played for the Patriots. My dad got drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. So I was having conversations at 10 years old at the dinner table that a lot of people will never have. So my football acumen is pretty darn good. I have my father to thank for that because he taught me everything about the game. He played quarterback. He got drafted as a defensive back. He played in college. So Division I, he played with Tom Osborne, Nebraska coach for a stint. So he knew his football. His best friend, Bobby Cap, you ever see this? Bobby Mishapal, ex-Patriot, he played at Notre Dame for some guy named Eric Parsegian. Okay, so when I say I know football, okay, this is who I learned football from. I didn't just come up one day and wake up with this. I was taught all this. So fantasy football is a very funny thing to me because they talk about, I mean, anybody who watches the game now knows that it's evolved into it's a passing league. It's a passing league. When I was growing up, running back was as important as the quarterback, if not more so. I mean, we can go back to when I started watching football, Tony Dorsett, John Riggins, Walter Payton. I mean, I could keep going. Eric Dickerson. I mean, these guys, Barry Sanders, who's still the best football running back I've ever seen. If you haven't seen Barry Sanders play, go put on a tape of him. He is the one running back I've ever seen that without an offensive line, because he literally did not have one, could do what he did. He averaged 5 yards a carry, and his offensive line. I've often said that if you put Barry Sanders behind that Dallas Cowboy line, that Emmitt Smith, who's a great back, I'm not knocking Emmitt Smith here, but Emmitt Smith didn't have to make a move till he was 5 yards past the line of scrimmage most of the time. Barry Sanders had to make a move 5 yards behind it most of the time. And to average 5 yards a carry and rush for 15,000 yards and to retire at 30, okay? Barry Sanders, to me, is where it's at. It starts and ends with him because of not only what was in front of him, his size, but he retired at 30, like Jim Brown, averaging 5 yards a carry and over 15,000 yards rushing. And Detroit is not known for its. No one's going to queue up offensive linemen for Detroit. No one. So, but the thing about fantasy football is I keep seeing all these prognosticators in the football, ESPN, NFL, and all these guys, these fantasy football gurus that they're paying money to. And I'm not saying they don't have any legitimacy to what they're saying, but in a passing league, okay, running backs, I mean, there were only 12 running backs last year that averaged 18 points a game. And I think I don't know how many of them got hurt or were hurt during the season, but I know Derrick Henry was one of them. Okay, and so to me, if you're going to draft a running back first, I wish you luck. Okay, because the better he is, the more carries he's going to get. This is what I try to explain to my friends here last year. We did our fantasy league together, and I wound up in the championship and lost it on the last play. I drafted a quarterback first. You may have heard of him. His name was Brady. Okay, the bottom line is this: not that running backs are not important. I'm not saying they're not important, but in a passing league, okay, the quarterback, you've got to fight. You've got to get it. And there's a lot of quarterbacks. You got to get a quarterback right away. Okay, you got to get a top tier one right away. There's more running backs than there are quarterbacks. And the reality is, running backs get hit on every single play. I mean, talk about one hit away. A running back is literally one hit away on every single play. And I can go down the list of all these top tier running backs. McCaffrey, okay, was number 1 rated last year. Bang, gets hurt. Duh. Derrick Henry, bang, gets hurt. Ezekiel Elliott took him away. He gets. I mean, this is not Alvin Kamara. I can go on and on and on. Okay, about how these running backs. I'm not saying don't draft a running back. I'm just saying don't make that your first pick unless every quarterback or number 1 or top tier receiver is gone, because they're going to get hurt. It's only a question of time, and usually it comes. If that's your number 1 guy, that's usually who it happens to, and it happens at the worst time possible. Okay, so to me, get a top 5, 7, 10 quarterback first, get a number 1 receiver, then go get your running back, because the reality is half of those boys are going to get hurt before you blink, and that's been proven every single year. Not one of them, multiple ones go down every year, and it's usually it's usually early on in a lot of cases, or it's like, between weeks 4 and 7. Okay, so I'm not saying don't draft a running back. I'm not saying don't draft a running back high. I'm saying don't draft a running back first if you can help it. Okay, if you're picking at the end of the first round and 8 quarterbacks are gone, and the top 3 receivers are gone, no one's drafted a running back yet. Okay, but if that is not your situation, do yourself a favor. Don't draft a running back first. Don't do it. Okay, because, and you can look at their track record. You'd be hard pressed to find a running back that has not missed significant time. You'd be hard pressed to find one, especially the top tier ones. The better they are, the more they touch the ball. Okay, if you're gonna go get one of those guys, make sure it's a 3-down back, a guy who can catch. Okay, for those you don't understand what I mean when I say 3-down back, a guy who does not come off the field on 3rd down. He's in the passing game who's a threat. Okay? Guys like that. Okay, I'm not saying Henry's not a great. Derrick Henry's the best back in the NFL right now, but that kid from Indianapolis is not far behind. He's another one. Okay, so I'm not saying don't draft a back. I'm not saying don't draft a back high. I'm saying if you can avoid it, don't draft him number 1. If that's your number 1 guy, I could astonish you with the number on this. Okay, so that's a quick tidbit from me for your fantasy football guys. Don't get a running back number one. I don't care if he's on your team. I don't care if he's your boy. I don't care if you're related to him. Don't draft him number one because the odds are he's probably going to get hurt. And by the way, if he hasn't been hurt yet, the odds are even greater. Okay, the odds are even greater. So again, I'll say don't draft him. I'll say don't draft him high. Don't draft him number one. Okay, and I laugh at that. I've seen guys draft running back 3 or 4 in a row and they don't even make the playoffs, and that's more common than uncommon. So. Get yourself a top flight quarterback. Get yourself a number 1 or 2 receiver. Receiver's another one. In a passing league, you got to get receivers. Hopefully, you're in a league where they've got a point per reception because to me that's a level playing field. Hopefully, you're in a league where they have individual defensive players where you can make up points that way with tackles and interceptions. I hate this team defense crap. To me, I'd rather draft 4 defensive players of my choice. Go get linebackers to tackle and things like that. And because if you're devoid of that frontline talent, depending on where you're drafting, where they fall. You got to have a way to make up the points. And team defense, to me, I hate that. You're basically the kicker is more important than a damn defense. That's not possible in real football. So draft 4. You hopefully get in a league. Do 4 defensive players. Don't many 4 defensive players of your choice. So you draft a little bit and say, a little more research. Oh, you ever heard of technology? You can Google this crap in the time it takes you to do that. The best leagues I played in, they drafted individual defensive players. That was fun. That was so much fun because it taught. But by the way, it teaches you more about the game too, and you understand the importance of defense, particularly individual defensive talent. We can talk about Micah Parsons and guys like that all day long, but I'm telling you right now, or the Bosa's of the world, and of course Aaron Donald, who to me is the best lineman this side, on the side of Reggie White, might even be better. Who knows? He's damn close. He's right there. But the point is, those guys should get a chance to shine. Somebody should get a chance to draft Aaron Donald on draft night, and that would be cool. Okay, or to draft that number 1 defensive back. What led the NFL interceptions last year? The kid from Dallas, Diggs. That'd be a big one, right? A guy like that. A guy gets a linebacker who averages. You can Google these stats, the top tacklers in the NFL, and because a point per tackle, like a point per reception, you've got to have a slew of ways to make up points if you can't get a top line quarterback or a running back. So hopefully you get in a league like that. Those are a lot of fun. And what? Oh no, another 4 rounds of a draft. Oh no. You're a draft party anyway. Anybody who's been to a real draft party doesn't want it to end quickly anyway. And if you're smart, you're doing it on a Friday night to begin with, so you're not working the next day or Saturday night. So, because honestly, that's a well-run draft right there. So that's just a few early season tidbits about baseball. Just my 31 years of experience, and that's nothing to sneeze at. Whatever. 27 championships, by the way. No, I'm sorry, 26. 26. Would have been 27, except for that last play against the Steelers. Was it the Steelers? Yeah. And Najee killed me. The championship game. I still owe you one for that, Gary. I'm going to get you this year. I'm getting you, Gary. I'm going to get you. Okay. Anyway, now, Gary, I love you. Hope you have a great time in Myrtle Beach. I hate you right now for Myrtle Beach. But that's it from tonight. The mouth that roared in the first place Mets will be back in full swing on Wednesday. Tom, I miss you, brother. Ed Foster, thank you for subscribing. I'll see you soon. X, congratulations. Keep up the good work, my man. You guys, man up Monday, tipping back Tuesday. Get her done. I will see you on Wet My Whistle Wednesday. Have a great start to your week. Stay safe, and we will talk to you in 72 hours.